think at this point everybody knows we're dealing with a red tide situation in the Gulf Coast. I previously did a video about what red tide is and what's being done about it. If you haven't checked out that video yet, you can see it over here. I'm going to link to it. But this video is about what do you do if you're faced with one, whether you live in Sarasota or you're here as a tourist. Red tide is a natural event. It can happen anywhere in the world and isn't just exclusive to the Gulf Coast. There's other places in the United States where a red tide may occur. I live in Sarasota, Florida. I've been here for about 11 years and I'm going to talk to you about my experience. If I know Siesta Key has red tide, I just don't go to the beach because I don't want to inhale the toxin that could come through the air, and certainly I don't want to bathe in the water and get my skin irritated and my eyes irritated. So I just don't go to a red tide beach, but also I'm extremely informed as to where red tide is, because if it's in Siesta Key, it may not be in Turtle Beach, which is just a few miles down. It may not be in Venice. So if I really wanted to go to the beach, then I likely will find a beach that is within half an hour, 45 minutes away. I can always jump into my car and head over to that beach. This is a reminder for people coming to Sarasota, or even living here, that there's just so much more to do than just the beaches. We have the parks that we can go to, Mayaka State Park. We can take a bike ride over at the Legacy Trail. And then there's the Nathan Benderson Park in Sarasota, which is so much fun for a bike ride or kayaking or paddleboarding. We have Moat Aquarium, Selby Gardens, downtown Sarasota, the Bayfront area, which is spectacular, and then of course museums and the arts. So there's so much more we can do to keep ourselves happy and entertained. What's really sad is the fish kill, right? Because the fish can't really do anything about red tide. A lot of them do get killed, not just fish, but also birds. So that's what's really sad. There's so much we humans can do to continue living here, to be healthy and to be happy. We're really lucky in that we have Moat Aquarium and Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation out of Sarasota who are actively working to determine how to best mitigate red tide in the future. And I'm really excited about seeing what they come up with. I do believe that they'll help us in determining how to best mitigate red tide. So that was my quick update. What I really want to do is take you down to Siesta Key, kind of give you an idea of what red tide is today. We're on Siesta Key Beach, and the beach is really not that crowded. It typically would be way more crowded. But here's the good news. I was just here a few days ago, and the color of the water was so green. You could tell that red tide was pretty bad. And today, completely different story. Look at how beautiful the color of the water is. I checked the forecast earlier today, and there are mild levels of red tide here today. And that just goes to show you that it's a good idea to check every day. Each beach is going to be different. Water is really beautiful today. I do smell a little bit of odor, but it's nothing compared to a few days ago. Alright guys, that was my update from Siesta Key. If you liked the video, please like it.